And, maybe something I say will help you and you can help the next person. So let's try and reach out to the kids. Another thing that I do to combat stress is stretching. Like I said, when I feel like I can't breathe, one of the big things I'll do, I'll stand up, stretch down, breathe, roll my neck, roll my wrist, pop my toes. I'll sit on the ground and bend forward. And I know I look crazy. But what I won't do is stay in this feeling. When I was working at Webasto, it was funny because if the line went down, I would be sitting on the dirty floor. I mean, I'm in work clothes, so for real, I didn't care. Sitting on the floor, doing my stretches. Why? Because I feel an overwhelming presence. And it's just like, okay, I'm getting overwhelmed. Let me do a stretch or two. So I do stretches any and everywhere, and I dare somebody to tell me I can't. Another thing, showers. That's my go-to. I'm a Cancer baby, so we Cancers love the water. I don't live near a beach. I don't live near a lake. I'm going to get in the shower. I'm going to take a bath. I'm going to breathe. This morning, I woke up in the shittiest of, it wasn't even a mood. It was like I opened my eyes and I looked out my window and the sun wasn't shining, and that was enough to set my day. And I had said yesterday, I'm over everyone's energy. So it was, I guess, a continuation because I went to bed in such a negative place. I just kind of woke up that way. I just didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to feel that overwhelming burden of blah. So I got up, I cleaned my room, I straightened up, made some coffee, and I got in the shower. Showers are great. You let the water run over you. If you're natural, this is the perfect time to let water run over your head. I do it every day. You breathe. I will actually let the water run over my head, and I'll bend forward and I'll just take really deep breaths. And I'll do that for a little bit. I'll play in my hair and I'll play in the water. I'm such a child. I don't have toys in the tub, but if I'm taking a bath, that's about the time that I'll pull out a book and kind of read over the corner. I need one of those, if anybody's interested in making me one of those little bathtub thingies that everybody had on Facebook for a while there, the little shelf. I need one because I need to read my books while I take my baths, and the library really frowns on you getting your books wet. So when in doubt, pinky out, somebody build me a shelf so I can read and take my bath. Therapy and talking are also really good for combating stress. I say therapy because sometimes talking to your friends and family just isn't an option, and then sometimes it is. I have a lot of great people in my life, so when I'm in these moments and I just really feel down or like things are not going well, there are people that I reach out to specifically because a lot of times just their energy, and I know I use that word a lot, energy, but it's a real thing. Energy is real. And just like positive energy is real, negative energy is real. So I have to be careful not to project my negative energy while I'm trying to get some positive energy. I've always laughed and said I'm an emotional leech, and it's true. I absorb a lot of energies in a day. Like if I'm around people and they're negative, it's like you literally see it on my face that this is not a comfortable position I'm in. If everybody's happy, you typically see just this radiating beauty in me because I'm feeding off of the people around me. So I noticed that I had a lot of powerful negative energy around me. And it took me talking to a positive energy. For me, talking to this positive person, they're just saying basic things, but it's just like something about hearing their voice or getting that text just brightens my day enough that I know, okay, it's not this bad. I can get up, I can get out. Food-wise, of course, when you're stressed, you can eat a lot, eat a little, but I would advise that during times of stress, it would be best for you to eat consciously. It's very easy to watch TV and just eat because you're watching TV. It's very easy to eat just because you smoked a blunt, so you have to be conscious of your eating habits. You want to not only overeat or undereat, you want to make sure that you're eating something every day, and the better it is for you, the better it is for you, if you understand what I'm saying. Like if you can get your vegetables in there, if you can get, some fruit in your diet that day, it's going to make you feel that much better. I like to drink tea. It's an acquired taste. It's something that with time I've just learned to love, because initially tea tasted like dirt to me. It tasted like just ass. And then coffee was pretty awful too. And I guess because I like coffee now, it was easier for me to drift into tea. But they make so many teas to help you. They've got for sleep. They've got teas for anxiety. They're calming teas. Chamomile's a great calming tea. For me personally, I like peppermint tea. And peppermint tea is supposed to give you a little bit of energy, like a natural energy boost. Sometimes when you're depressed, you don't have that energy. So instead of drinking a calming tea, maybe you need just a little bit of energy. It's not like a caffeine-filled drink. So it's not squirrely energy that you have, but it's like okay, I feel a little more awake. Let me do something. And so when I'm stressed out, I'll drink peppermint tea. I'll go for my walks. I write, because of course writing is letting out that emotion. Just like speaking is letting out that emotion. You can drink the tea hot. You can drink the tea cold. You can add, take away. Typically when I drink my teas, I drink them hot and I drink them fast, because I still think they taste like ass, but I like them. Or I'll add a little honey, lemon. You can add anything to them. Tea is kind of one of those things where you're not limited. So just try anything and see how it makes you feel. Another thing that really helps with combating stress, I know it seems impossible, but you have got to get your rest. You don't want to oversleep. You don't want to just lay in bed. Someone once told me that it's best not to get in the bed until you're ready to go to sleep. You don't want to do your homework in your bed. You don't want to eat in bed. You don't want to do any of those things in bed, because this needs to be the place where your mind goes to relax. So you do all of your everyday living, preferably outside of this room. And then when it's time for bed, you crawl into your comfortable sheets, you breathe, visualize your body relaxing, and you take your butt to sleep. If it's not that easy, there's melatonin. That's a natural sleep aid. Melatonin for me doesn't help me stay asleep. It helps me fall asleep. So when I'm stressed, it's not the falling asleep sometimes that is the problem. It's the staying asleep. Melatonin helps with falling asleep. And I'd advise, if you take a bath, drink you some tea, you might not need it, but it might be necessary. Sometimes stress is genetic. So sometimes you actually need to see a doctor. I've been in therapy before. I've had to take medication for anxiety. I've had to take medication for bipolar disorder. They're helpful. I try to steer myself away from needing medication to improve myself. And with time, I've been able to take myself off of medication. I have talked to a doctor, so I'm not just doing this off of a whim. Like, if you're on medication, don't just stop. But, if you have a good doctor, if you have someone who really wants to see you do better, you can talk to them about, hey, I want to try and work myself out of needing this. What are some other options? That's how I came up with this list. That's how you get your workouts. That's how you get your showers. That's how you get your reading. This is all things that doctors have even said help combat stress. But if it's something where you truly need help, don't be afraid to seek it out. So yeah, that's what I have for you today as far as our topic is concerned, combating stress. Feel free to continue the conversation on the Facebook page, on the Twitter page. Email me if you've got a story. Let me know. Next week's episode will probably be longer. I'd love to read some more responses. I know that next week I'll have a new question to throw out there, so I'll do just a quick short recap, and any answers I didn't get to this time, I'll be sure to read off next time, because I love you all's feedback. I love hearing from people around me. So with that being said, it's me, Joy, signing off for the day, and you all have a good one.